Hi guys, so you join me today and I'm actually on Loco Lake at Lindholme Lakes. Love this lake and it's full of some great big fish. Honestly, when the float goes under here, you never know what it's going to be. It could be a skimmer, an F1, an F1, an F1. Only joking, they don't go that big. Carp, some great big ones, over £20, and we're going to be margin fishing, which is like the home of the big carp. So I'm hoping somewhere along this margin line here, we're going to get a great big one. I'm going to go through exactly how I feed it, why I feed it, what rig I use, best baits to use, and hopefully we'll catch a few fish. I think we'll catch a few carp, some F1s, and the F1 stamp in here, like I say, they're great big. So let's get on box, get set up, get sorted, and I'll run you through it. So I'm just about to feed my edges now. Just got my gear set up, plumbed a rig up, and found a nice bit of depth, to be fair. And to kickstart it, I'm literally going to feed some micros and corn. So I'm going to go out, put that in, top kit in 2 sections. Right to end of my section, line up with my far bank marker and tip that in. Hopefully they'll be there in no time. So I'm just about to start now. It is after a match, so evening time, so I'm expecting a quick response. 8mm pellet on a band, big baits. It's all about keeping that bait on the bottom when these fish come in. So as you've seen, I've just fed that micros and corn. I'm going to drop my rig in, line up with my far bank marker, and then drop it down. Quite a bit of bristle out, that's intentional. Obviously with fish moving in the shallow water I will get indications and knocks, and if it were dotted right down to a pimple I'm likely to miss the bites. So it is intentional to have a bit more bristle out than what I usually would when fishing down the edge. Oh. Just let the float settle, let bait settle underneath it, get it to the bottom. And I don't think it'll be too long before we get one. There's quite a lot of F1s in here as well, so we're more than likely going to catch a few F1s along the way. Go quite big in here, to be honest, so we're actually on Loco Lake. But it is renowned for its big carp, so hopefully we can catch 1 or 2 of them this evening as well. Just hoping for a positive bite. Oh, that's an indication. That's a line of that. See how it just went really slow and went under. If it's an actual fish or carp F1, you'll get a sharp little dink on the float. That didn't take too long. It's giving me a bit of a run around. Might even have to follow it out. Ooh. Could be a carp, this one. Probably. Hopefully not foul hooked. Proper bite. Oh. Taming the beast now though, so we're all good. Get that ready just in case it wants to go again. But got proper gear on. Got like 020 main line to an 019 hook length. Big hook, big size 10. Feels like a good one. Proper shot off. Even with this 17 holler, it's still fighting hard. Give it a couple of pulls already and it's still going. Might get a glimpse of him soon. That's what it's about, these evening sessions. Dropping your rigs in down edges. They just know the time of day, literally. Come in and you can go to any commercial, pile a load of bait in down edge and you will catch big fish. Look at him. Nice one to get us started with. Just bring him round. Take your time. Best part about fishing is a fight. You want to get them in. I'll get his head up in a minute. Seen him, he's not a massive one. He's fighting hard for his size. But he's a great start. Nice mirror. That's it, gear's all balanced, so it's set up for these bigger fish. So once you get them under control, you're fine. There we go. Nice carp to start the session. There you go. Lovely fish. First of many, hopefully. Hopefully they get a bit bigger as well, but it's not a bad start. These are sort of stamp fish that you can catch after match, down edges, on an evening. Definitely worth giving margins a go if you haven't before. Definitely, I can guarantee will hold some bigger fish that you will catch. Look at him. What a brute. Let's get him back and hopefully get some more. So I've just had a few fish, and after each fish I'm actually going to top up. So not much, just a little handful of micros. Literally a few grains of corn, and that's enough just to get me another bite. Don't want to put too much in the swim because I put quite a bit in at the start to attract the fish, but now the fish are already homing in it on the area. I just need to keep enough bait there to keep them interested. Line up with my far bank marker as always, tip that bit of bait in, come back, put my double cord over top again and bang, hopefully another one. Oh, there we go. That was a proper bite, that one. Clunk straight under, no mistake in that. Definite carp. Now it's time for a game of tug of war. So this one we're actually on double corn. The last one that I had were on 8mm pellets. But the thing that we've got in common, I like to use a heavy bait. So there's no point messing around with like double maggot or even expander pellets this time of year. And when you're fishing for carp down the edge in general, just because they're light and they'll waft around. Obviously carp have big tails, move a lot of water, and you're likely to foul hook the fish if your bait's wafting round, whereas if you've got an heavy bait like this, double corn, 8mm pellet, it's going to pin it to the bottom, not likely to waft around when you've got fish in the swim, and you're more likely to be presented when one does come along and you hook them in the mouth. Obviously a lot easier to get them in, and we don't want to be foul hooking and we want them in the mouth. Other baits that I like to use, so my go-to bait down edge is probably like what I've got on now, double corn. I do like an 8mm pellet, obviously in a band, and then bunches of maggots, so 5 and 6 maggots at a time. Awesome bait it is, feeding dead maggots, putting dead maggots on the hook. I tend to stay away from live maggots just because they attract smaller fish, and also them wriggling around when they wriggle they can go over the hook point as well, so obviously if your hook point isn't showing, you're not going to get a good hook hold in the fish. Fighting quite well this one. Proper bite it was, lovely. It's one of them where you hook into it and nothing happens and then the fish starts going. That's when you know it's a good one. Just take us time, moving a bit of water. You can see it swirls coming up half hour after it swirled. $17 doing the thing. It's quite a heavy elastic is this, but as you can see it's like not too overpowering for these fish. They're still giving me a run around a bit. Got it under control, but if it needs to go it can go. Not pulling its head off. Some big fish in this lake there is. Quite a few over 20. Look at that. There we go, in the net. With big fish as well, I'll just explain. If you were to try lift your landing net handle here, it doesn't matter which they are, you are putting a weak spot on it and it could break. So always pull them towards you, just grab them by the neck and lift up. Saves breaking any tackle, does that. That's what it's all about. Big fish like this from the margins. £8 has got to be that way. These are the sort of fish that win your matches. Late on, only needs a couple of these and you've got like, what, £15 or so? Probably a bit more. Bits like that boost your weight up and that's where you get your match winning catches from. So I'm going to give you a quick run through my rig now. It's all about being the most important thing, same as everything, being balanced. If it's not balanced, you're going to have mishaps and nobody wants to see that. So we'll start off, where should we start? Top end elastic. Dead strong elastic, $17. Don't really go much stronger than this to be honest, but we are fishing for big fish in the margins and obviously it can be a bit snaggy. There's a lot of power in these fish so you need something to control them. So that's $17. And that's actually through full top kit and it's on a side puller. So you can control the fish through the side puller. Obviously when it's going just let it go and when it gets closer you can strip the elastic off and make it a bit tighter. So I'd always like to set it a bit on the slacker side and then control it once the fish is under control using the side puller. Moving down from that we've got the float. So this is a 4x16s which might seem quite heavy for the depth of water we've got, but there's a reason for it. I don't want my float and my bait to be wafting around. I want it pinned to the bottom, dead still. It just prevents foul hook fish. So we've got a carp pellet. As you can see it's nice visible, 2mm bristle, so even people that don't like, that struggle with their eyesight, that can't have the floats dotted right down, you don't need any of that when you're margin fishing. It's all very positive. Just dot it down to like, what, half an inch. You can have probably a little bit more, so it's very visible. Come down from that, just got a bulk of stots, number 8s and 10s. So to that we've got a 4-inch hook length on a size 12 XSH, which stands for extra strong hook. So gonna do the business. I think I might have said a 10 earlier, but it's definitely a 12, not a 10 that I've got on. And that's, like I said, on 017 and that's to 020 mainline. So very durable, nothing gonna break that unless you get a nick in your line from the margins or you get one that powers off totally. But with this you should be able to control anything you hook. Hopefully puts a few more fish on our bank and a few more for video. Oh! Thought it was going to be a skimmer. Might still be. Oh no, just an F1. Proper bite. Look at that. Like a dinner plate. An heavy one. One. Look at them for F1s, beasts out there. Would you like to have a little look at him? I'll give him a little hold because he's a little chunk. Just a little hold. There we go. Big fun. Gonna catch one more and then I'm off home for my tea because I'm starving. It's alright staying on and making videos after the match, but I get a little bit hungry. There we go. Great fun is this, to be honest. Margin fishing gets better and better the later that you leave it. Great big uns moving. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I've certainly enjoyed making it. I love this sort of fishing, I do. Hopefully picked up a few tips along the way. Gonna get this one in, then get home, have some tea. Lovely way to fish it is. Some great big fish to be caught this way as well. And got another F1. Some big F1s in here. Fighting hard, isn't it? You're not meant to fight that hard, you. Come on. There we go, he's coming now. He's coming, he's mine. There we go. Look at these. These are like the average Loco F1s. The stamp of these is unreal in this lake, to be honest. Give you a quick look. Look at that. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment and share, always appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see you later.